And welcome back to the Les Schwab Invitational this evening as the lineups are being introduced for the road Lake Oswego Lakers. We'll run out of lineups for them real quick for you. Brett Graver, Zach Parker, Josh Johnson, who had a spectacular game yesterday, pouring 44 points in their effort against Monteverde Academy, losing 92-63. Central Catholic, or Rainier Beach rather, losing by 2 to Central Catholic yesterday, 64-62. And here's a look at their lineups for the game. Shadid Shabazz for Rainier Beach, Ivy Smith, DeJounte Murray, Keith Smith, and Phil White for Rainier Beach. So the defending champions from last year ending up short by 2 yesterday in a great game. I'm Sean Phillips alongside Brad Stein for the Les Schwab Invitational. And Brad, how are you doing this evening?
Ready for some good basketball, game number 22.
No doubt about that. The winner of this game will qualify to face Jefferson, who did win a moment last session out 61-45 over Jesuit. So the winner will face Jefferson, the loser will face Jesuit tomorrow. And getting ready to jump it up is Drew Todd for the Lake Oswego Lakers and Keith Smith. DeJounte Murray. And we talked about his athleticism in Murray. He can go all over the court and score in bundles. Murray went 7 for 16, 5 for 5 at the line, 11 rebounds, 19 points, a double-double for him. As a jump ball to start the first possession. And the error will turn into favor of Rainier Beach in their home white uniforms. Lake Oswego in the road black. Josh Johnson poured up 44 points in an effort, individual effort, going 14 for 25, 7 for 14 from the three-point line, and you know he will score his points in bunches. In the lane, jump hook up and in for Marquise Gursky. He's getting the start in this evening.
Gursky, a guard forward, 6'2" junior. Used good body control, good job finish.
And a pull up for Josh Johnson, Jazz Johnson missing at the rim, and rebound for Rainier Beach as they look to push it up. Gursky, crossover drill by Murray, pull up for 2 and knocks it down. 4-0 Rainier Beach.
Not what Lake Oswego wants to see. They want to make sure that they get some stops and not let this game get out of control. They got to keep it very close because Rainier Beach is very explosive athletically, and they can score points in bundles.
Yes, they can. A foul away from the ball on Lake Oswego, Rainier Beach ball. First team foul of the game for the Lakers. As Max Oppenheimer picks up his first foul for the Lakers. Graver, Parker, Johnson, Oppenheimer, and Todd the 5-4 Lake Oswego. Bringing up in the front court is Smith. Three-pointer for Murray, and the wing is in. Nothing start for the Vikings.
And here it is. This is not what Lake Oswego needed. Right now they need to score and score quickly, get on the board. Jazz Johnson's the man to do it.
And he finds an open man for the open shot. And back come the other end comes Gursky, no good. Rebound for Lake Oswego, 2-on-2 fast break. Good pump fake.
Nice. That was Rodney Honchell who scored the first basket. Good job by Zach Parker. He does that so well with his pump fakes getting to the line. This is how you keep the game close.
They got Murray way up on the fake, and we talked about how he's so long and lanky and can have the ability to block shots a little bit at the rim. First foul for Murray, first team foul now for both sides. The free throw is in for Parker. Remember, performance 44 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. He did have 5 turnovers, one of the low points to his game, but in overall individual performance, nonetheless, I believe a tournament high at this point. No one's been able to get to that yet.
Lake Oswego coming off a huge loss last night, 92-63, but to Monteverde Academy, which could be the best team right now in the tournament.
It could very well be. Out of bounds off of Rainier Beach, Keith Smith Lake Oswego ball, 7-5 the score early going. Rainier Beach leading it by 2. A little quick 5-0 spurt for Lake Oswego to look to add on to the run. Jazz Johnson, a 3-pointer short. 2-man came out to contest. Up ahead is Murray, who stops, pops for 3. No good. A rebound up in the air high for Rodney Hunshaw, who's making his first appearance tonight.
Watch Jazz Johnson. This guy can create, and there it is. There's his first basket.
He had 14 makes yesterday. You said, like we said,
44 points. Yeah, he's an animal.
He'll score his points and bunches, but right back at the other end comes Keith Smith, who knocks in the baseline 3 near side.
Keith Smith, guard forward, 6'7" junior, can also score. It's just one of these guys at Rainier Beach are so long and athletic. They can in transition, they can score in half-court offense. Lake Oswego needs to use him. This is what you need. Jazz Johnson getting hot. Jazz Johnson can keep this game very close, get into the fourth quarter and win it. That's what you want to do if you're Lake Oswego.
Winner of this game will go to be in the 5th place game. Johnson's already made back-to-back baskets, foul contact inside, and 2 free throws coming for Rainier Beach.
All about the fundamentals for Lake Oswego. Rebound, box out, no silly fouls, finish around the basket, and good crisp passes, efficiency. And if they do that, they could be here in the end and beat this team, Rainier Beach. Of course, the Rainier Beach Vikings are coming off last year's LSI champions of 2013. A very, very talented team under head coach Mike Betha. 459 wins, 110 losses. The guy is very experienced. He's been through all the big tournaments. He knows how to win close games. He knows how to win in shootouts. And
yes, he can do it all. 11-9, Rainier Beach by 2. Free throws are good. The foul committed to Zach Parker for Lake Oswego, his first. And a foul on the floor for Rainier Beach at the other end. Second team foul. First foul on Keith Smith.
Jazz Johnson's one of these guys that you come out to watch play. He's a real animal. Inside to Oppenheimer, watch him work.
Yeah, he missed it a little too strong off the back of the rim.
Oppenheimer. I used to call flag guards on him in Lake flag football.
Traveling violation called on Smith. Go ahead.
Good, that's what Lake Oswego needs. Capitalize on these turnovers. Rainier Beach is going to make them too. Every team does it. That's what you do. Now it's just about capitalizing on these mistakes. You're only down by 2 points. You're looking good.
And here's Johnson with the ball. Down by 2 for his team. A little hesitation dribble for Johnson, and a traveling violation back at the other end called on Parker.
You already got the loss out of your way last night. Don't be nervous. You come in here, you have nothing to lose. You go all out against a team like Rainier Beach from Seattle, Washington.
Who was the reigning defending champions coming into this tournament this year.
That is correct.
Yeah, and they lost big time to Central Catholic. His shot at the rim, and up ahead comes Lake Oswego. Pump fakes, goes
there
to the hoop and scores. Nicely done by Oppenheimer.
That's my boy.
Oppenheimer scores 2 at the rim, tied at 11.
Actually, Central Catholic only won by 2 points over Rainier Beach.
Yes.
Very close game. Central Catholic's got one of the best teams in this tournament.
And it comes to Murray, posting up. We haven't seen a lot of post-up game from Murray. He draws and kicks up for the open shooter. No good. Followed up, not there either.
Got to box out. Got to box out. They got lucky to avoid a putback by the Vikings.
And Jazz Johnson, double J, pulls up for 2 and knocks it in. And Jazz Johnson is on fire mode right now.
He's always on fire. When he was born, he was on fire.
As Murray goes right to the hoop and scores with the right-hand drive. Nicely done, tied at 13.
Got to put a body on Murray. You can't make it that easy. Murray just gets in the lane, creates, and finishes around the basket. That's something that the defense is going to have to shore up just throughout this game.
And a nice steal by Smith for the Vikings, pushing it up. Smith will pull up for 2 and miss it. Rebound on the floor. It goes to Rainier Beach. Dursky tried to handle it, couldn't get it in time, and has a foul away. This smart foul, don't want to have the fast break opportunity.
Lake Oswego got away with another break because that could have easily been another basket. Loose ball, they got to get him. You got to box out and get these defensive rebounds. They're so athletic, they're going to score the Vikings anyways. You know that. You know they're going to score. Don't give them easy baskets. Don't give them second chance points. Minimize it.
Daniel Balmer on for the Lakers. He was a 5'9" sophomore, and he'll have a couple of years left to develop his game, no doubt, for the Lakers. Here's Jazz Johnson, you know, a double team. In front of the sophomore, now back up top for Drew Todd. Now Johnson has it.
And Todd had a big game Saturday when I called it. I just love the things that he does. His offensive rebounding, his passing, high IQ. He's the kind of guy you want on the floor, but not that.
And sits on the sideline goes Keith Smith after the turnover.
Do you see what I'm saying by breaks? They gave him a turnover. It could have been an easy basket in transition, and he stepped out. Lake Oswego's avoiding these little errors here.
Yes.
And you're tied up at 13. Got to do something about it. You got to minimize this.
Well, the one thing, too, as I'm going to be talking about Johnson as he takes another shot. Offensive rebound to the guard, Balmer. 5'9" guard going after the rebound. And Johnson gets called for the offensive foul.
Definitely the smallest one on the court. I couldn't even see him over there. But you got to admire that.
Yeah, you got to have the guards going for the board.
Got the offensive rebound, but guess what? Another offensive foul, a charge. And that one was on, who was that on? Was that Jazz? It was on Jazz.
Yes, it was his first foul. And out top to Murray for 3. Way long. Offensive rebound kept alive for Rainier Beach. Swinging around the perimeter. 3-pointer for Smith is through.
Another second chance points. This equals 3 for the Vikings. Put a body on them. You don't let them get second chance points. You're down by 3 points. You're very fortunate right now to be down by 3 with 2:04 left in the first.
And if I'm Rainier Beach, I try to take that ball out of Johnson's hands. 3-pointer for Balmer is in.
Hey, how about that?
The sophomore getting into it.
Balmer comes in, got himself an offensive rebound, now a triple.
And it comes to Murray crossing over. Lefty jump shot from the wing, no good. Rebound, Gursky puts it up, no good. Rebound, Lake Oswego. Jazz Johnson had Rufai open, didn't take it. Instead, Johnson now in heat check mode off the top of the rim. And now offensive near rebound collected from Lake Oswego. And here comes Murray with it, with numbers 4-on-4. 3-pointer for the wing, no good by Smith. Offensive rebound kept alive for Rainier Beach, and they finish at the rim. Porter on the finish at the rim. And we got a foul away from the ball.
Whenever Lake Oswego needs that bucket, you put the ball in the hands of Jazz Johnson, and 9 out of 10 times something good happens, whether he gets to the line or draws a foul on the Vikings or makes a shot. He's so good.
He is very crafty. Ivy Smith picks up his second personal, and he's heading to the bench. And Drew Todd out of the game.
He was 7 of 14 from three-point range last night against Mount Verde Academy. And if you look at his points, 44, and the next highest was 8 by Honchell. 8 points.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Brad. Somebody has to get the ball out of Jazz Johnson's hands.
Yes, they got to have more offensive output than 8 points and then 7 by Parker. And Parker is capable of scoring more than 7.
Well, not only that, too, if you look on the Monteverde lineup, one player by the name of Simmons had 37, and not one other player scored in double figures. So if you're the coach, you got to have somebody to stop Jazz Johnson, make someone else be the second guy.
Well, Simmons had 22 shots. The next highest was Washington with 7. They don't shoot a lot, but here there's going to be open looks, and these guys got to hit some shots and help Jazz Johnson out. Otherwise, it's going to be a long day for Lake Oswego.
And I'm sure that's what the head coach for the Vikings, Mike Betha, is trying to work with in terms of taking the ball out of his hands as the sophomore Balmer gets it in play. And Zach Parker, the 6'3" senior, as well in the lineup as he drives right to the hoop, Elliott rather, and an offensive foul is called on him.
Excellent position by Rainier Beach. Saw it coming from a mile away. He sucked number 13, Sean Elliott, right there, and he took it. Great positioning.
First foul on Sean Elliott, the freshman.
That was Gursky that drew the foul.
And he's been getting a lot of playing time in this first half. He has had great energy coming off the bench, and this is his first start of the tournament. Murray shot no good. Rebound for Lake Oswego.
It's a big rebound by Rufai. Just comes in there, cleans the board. That's what they need. And there you go. That's Zach Parker getting to the rim, getting a foul, drawing a foul. Yourself to the line, get some points with the clock stopped.
Rainier Beach leading it by 2, 18-16, 40.8 for the quarter.
Zach Parker can get into the lane, can attack the rim. I wouldn't say at will, but he can do this. And they're going to need that second and third. They're going to need 3 guys to come up big offensively. To rely on Jazz Johnson to score 40 points, that's ridiculous. It's absurd.
Last look at the 3 by the sophomore Bomber, getting a good open look. And the second shot up and in for Zach Parker. 40 seconds for the quarter to end, and that pass thrown away out of bounds back to Lake Oswego. We're seeing a lot of early going turnovers.
Yep, a lot of turnovers, a lot of breaks for Lake Oswego, down by 1 point with 36.8 seconds left. If I just saw the game and I wasn't looking at the scoreboard, I would think that Lake Oswego was down by at least 8.
But somehow they're in it. Out of bounds to Lake Oswego, 30.6 for the quarter.
I like Bomber in there. Hit that shot. He wasn't afraid to release it. There you go. Go inside.
And a nice unselfish pass. Missed it up long. Did Parker. Rebound to the floor. Out of bounds to Rainier Beach.
Even though they didn't score in that possession, I like what I'm seeing from the Lakers the last couple possessions. Much more aggressive, attacking the rim, trying to get an easier shot.
Sadid Shabazz handling it up. Out for Kevin Porter. Crosses over. Stops. Pull up. Jumper from the wing is good. And that increases their lead to 3, 20-17 with 10 seconds to go. Then it comes to Balmer. You have to push it up against Shabazz. Deflected in the air, and with 3.6 left, it will remain Lake Oswego ball. Liking the effort there on both sides, right? You like both teams being a little bit scrappy for the loose ball.
Absolutely.
Bomber.
That's what this tournament's all about.
Bomber looking, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, a fall away 3 for Parker is in at the buzzer.
Oh, God. Zach Parker. He didn't call that. Zach, come over here. Did you call that shot? Wow.
How did he get that shot with the defense draped all over him?
To tie this up, 2020, the fortune right now is on the Lakers' side. Can it carry over to the second quarter and the second half? That remains to be seen. But what I've seen right now is spectacular. You have some luck. You know what you've done wrong. Now correct those things and build on the good. Attacking the rim. Getting the Vikings in foul trouble. That's what we need to do. Let's go to our instant replay.
Yeah, I mean he had the defense draped all over him on that shot. While we are waiting the moment of the replay, I have some little notes for you before the game started. Marquez Lecter Ellis wins the Lefkoff Invitational Slam Dunk Contest. Westland's Taylor Enders, South Salem's Jordan Woodbine nominated for Athlete of the Week. And Jesuit's Malcolm Porter nominated for Beaverton as their leader athlete of the week. Congrats to those athletes. As we begin quarter number 2, I'm Sean Phillips alongside Brad Stein for the Lefkoff Invitational, the 19th annual LSI tournament. I think this is the 10th year they've done this at Liberty High School. It's been a great event, slam dunk contest, and a steal to start the inbounds by Shabazz.
That was on Drew Todd right there. Now a foul.
And a foul. Yeah, foul wave. That shot won't count.
Drew Todd is one of those guys that you rely on not to make mistakes. He comes in here, he's fundamentally sound. He's like a Joe Freeland. He's the kind of guy, whether he's starting or he's off the bench, you can count some pretty good defense and rebounding.
And Shabazz, a three-pointer, back of the rim and out. Rebound offensively for Rainier Beach. Keith Smith on the glass. One of their tallest players on the roster. Andy Smith gets it back for 3 straight away. Back iron and out. Loose ball foul. Will stay on the side of the court to Rainier Beach. Lake Oswego picks up another foul. 16 fouls now in the half. Whereas for the previous game where you missed it, not one team got into the 1-and-1 double bonus. It was basically a clean game. Starting a little physical on this one. The inbound deflected up in the air, recovered by Rainier Beach.
Going for the loose ball.
You don't mind going for the loose ball. Get back on defense. Long two-pointer is in for Shabazz.
Shabazz is a shooter. That guy lights out. Don't want to get him started. He is a good player. Look at him keyed in on defensively. I love that. Yeah, they're going to put a lot of bodies on Jazz Johnson. Watch him. They're going to rotate. They're going to put some size on, some speed. They're going to try everything to slow him down.
And what we talked about during the break is trying to get the ball out of his hands. He has it in his hands right now.
See how they're all over him? Good. If the referees are going to call that, that's going to help out Jazz Johnson and the Lakers.
16 foul now on Rainier Beach. The foul committed to Shadid Shabazz, his first personal.
The last thing that the Vikings want to do is have these ticky-tack fouls called on them.
Right.
They're going to be very careful. And if they're going to call it this tight on Jazz Johnson, it's going to open things up. It's going to make it galvanizing for all of us to watch Jazz Johnson.
Parker driving, denied on the inside by Keith Smith. Able to have great help defense. Back comes Murray, and fouled on the pass off. It'll be 1-1 for Murray.
Jazz, keep your hands up. Little contact. Again, the referees are whistle happy right now.
That's his third foul.
Yep.
That's a big foul in the first half. So now we're gonna see the test to see if the Lakers can score without Jazz Johnson on the court, although he's staying in.
Yeah, I don't see any replacements right now. It's a tough call if you're Mark Schaaf. But
Well,
here he goes. Here he goes.
Yeah, I was going to say it's going to be a defensive liability if he stays on the court. And Daniel Balmer, the sophomore, returns, who had a good first quarter.
Yeah, he had that big offensive rebound. He made an open shot, and if you can get more production from him like that, that's all you can ask for. You just need guys right now. Everyone's got to step up a little bit. It's not just offense, it's defense. It's both sides of the ball because that's what Jazz Johnson plays. You're going to have open shots. You're going to have open opportunities. You got to sink them. Right now, your margin for error is very low when Jazz Johnson is out of the game.
Murray went 5 for 5 in the last game, and he misses the free throw here, 1 of 2, and a 23-20 lead in the second quarter with 6:40 to go in the first half. When it comes to Balmer, he may be their second option in this one for the Lakers.
Simple man defense.
Oppenheimer in the paint to Todd. Todd waiting. Getting close to that 3-second call.
That's a great pass.
And a better block, too, yet again for Keith Smith, able to help out defensively.
That's something that Todd does. It's a great pass, and they're very tough inside, very sound defensively.
Unsell on the drive, denied again by Smith.
Yep, you see every time they get in the lane, they're either going to get a rejection or it's going to be a foul.
Euro step move, out for 3 for Shabazz is in.
Hopefully there's going to be more fouls. That was a big shot. Here we go, our timeout called by the Lakers.
Boy, what a turn of events. 6-point lead now for the Vikings.
Well, they're feeling a lot more confident now that Jazz Johnson is out of the game. Let's go to instant replay. We'll take a look at some of these shots. We're going to look at that three-pointer right now by Shabazz. It wasn't a three. He was on the line. Two-pointer.
A good effort, though. Just trying to create space that time.
Yeah.
6:13 to play in this first half. 26-20 the lead.
Excellent shot, but I'll tell you what I like about Lake Oswego. I like them being aggressive and keep attacking the rim, even though there's a few rejections. The tallest guy on Rainier Beach, you have Smith is 6'7". You have a guy 6'4", Kevin Porter, who's really a role player. And that's it. I have no problem with them attacking the rim, going inside, working it in, and trying to get yourself a better shot. They've already drew, I don't know the exact amount of fouls, but it's a lot. We don't have the exact number, but they've drew a lot of fouls right now on the Vikings. Keep it going. Get them in foul trouble. Get some shots at the free throw line. That's probably your best opportunity as Jazz Johnson sits on the bench right now.
And I still think that Daniel Balmer for Lake Oswego could be their second option because we've seen what he can do. He can get an offensive rebound where everyone's just standing flat-footed, plus having the ability to make
You love that
shots.
kid. You love Daniel Balmer. That's your boy. You adopted him. That's good because I like Todd. I like those guys, those workhorse guys. They receive very little credit. Let's see what Lake Oswego could do now on the offense.
6 minutes to go in this first half as Rainier Beach up by 6, a little bit of a cushion lead for them. And they're really hiding outside the rim. That's the dangerous spot you would like to have if you're a coach. Murray on the defensive assignment right now.
Honshell's a guy who could score for Lake Oswego. I won't be surprised if he takes more shots, and now Todd is fouled before any walk.
Oppenheimer gets fouled, and that will be the 1-and-1 coming up for Lake Oswego. Kyle Shabazz will pick up the foul, his first foul of the game. 17 foul. Oppenheimer to go to the line for the 1-and-1.
Get their great players in foul trouble.
Yes.
That's the name of the game. If they're in foul trouble, they can't play, could they? Jazz Johnson's sitting there drinking Gatorade. Well, actually, he's not drinking Gatorade. He's sitting there with his fist on his chin right now, saying, God, I wish I didn't have 3 fouls. I want to get back in this game.
Well,
do it to them.
Well, that's one thing they're going to have to do. 1-and-1 opportunity missed for Oppenheimer. Back comes Smith for Rainier Beach. In the lane, Shadid Shabazz with a nice spin cycle move to the lane for 2. Well, Shabazz is just a high energy guy. You love to see him perform.
He's fun to watch.
He has great speed in the open court, no doubt. 28-20, 8-point lead, largest lead in the first half.
Just look at the Vikings' tight defense. Every shot is contested and difficult. Todd off balance, misses it. Another defensive rebound for the Vikings.
We got 2 Shabazz, Kahil and Shadid. And that pass deflected out of bounds. Good play defensively by Rodney Hunshell. Back that out, 4:58 to play in the first half.
I'm thinking if this lead keeps increasing by the Vikes, that sooner or later you got to put Jazz in no matter what, no matter how many fouls he has. He just has to be careful on the defensive side, but you need him.
Yeah, I mentioned he's that defensive liability if you bring him back in this point of the game. And that's smart, though, for Lake Oswego's coach, Mike Schaaf, not really taking a risk. 3-point miss by Smith. Offensive rebound by Murray on the ground. Murray picks it back up and misses the lay-in. Rebound defensively for Drew Todd. And a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. When he comes to Balmer, who slips and falls, grabs the ball, able to gather it, stripped on the ground, out of bounds to Lake Oswego.
We're seeing right now that Rainier Beach is just more athletic than Lake Oswego, and they're using that to their advantage on the defensive side. They're forcing turnovers, and that's equating to points on the offensive side. And they're really getting it. Now you see a bunch of substitutions for Lake Oswego. We have number 32 coming in, Coyote Rufe.
And Mersco also in for Lake Oswego. Lake Oswego down 8, 4:15 to play in this first half. Oppenheimer tries to, or Graber rather tries to draw, now kicks it out for Todd, and it'll reset. A lot of movement on the perimeter.
Only down by 8, no time to panic. You just need points. You got to be very careful with those passes.
Oh, and he got Cutler going over and back.
There's another turnover on the Lakers. This defense is getting intense right now by the Vikes.
And I can see from my vantage point, Josh Austin is quicking at the boots to get right back in this game, but I mean, you really cannot prevent that. I mean, since went to the bench, foul trouble, Rainier Beach +8 on the scoreboard. Here's Shadid Shabazz off the screen from Phil White. Shabazz kicks it out for Kahil Shabazz for 3, and a rebound offensively kept for Phil White.
They're not boxing out, and that's second and third chance points for the Vikes.
Shadid Shabazz misses inside, and a foul pushed away on Rainier Beach. And that's going to be 1-and-1. We're in the 18 foul now for the Vikings. And
Rainier Beach has missed a lot of shots on the second chance opportunities, third chance. They've missed a lot of shots. Yeah. Lake Oswego, Oppenheimer's checking back in right now. They're very fortunate just to be down by 8. You can rest Jazz for a little bit more. You go in the locker room, only down by 8. That's 3 possessions. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
And now they're at the line. They can cut into the lead.
And here's the first of the 1-and-1 for Lake Oswego. It's in for Drew Todd. 28-21. Here's the last look at the replay for Rainier Beach. A nice pass by Smith, finding Shabazz on the spin move to the lane.
What a spin. He's so quick. Such a good finisher.
28-22. 2 for 2 at the line for the Lakers. And back comes Rainier Beach the other way. Murray crosses over. Kicks it out. Shadid Shabazz didn't pull the 3. They swing it right. Ivy Smith driving. Pump fakes. And a traveling violation is going to be issued to Ivy Smith.
You have an opportunity now. You can cut the lead to 4 or 3. 1 possession game with the triple. That's how this game works, just like that. You take advantage of the opportunities, and Rainier Beach, for some reason, is keeping Lake Oswego in. Even though their defense has just dominated the game and forced a lot of turnovers, they have turned the ball over, many careless passes and fouls.
if we get the halftime stats for the first half, I bet both teams are over 10 right now. And somehow, fortunate, it's a close game at the moment.
I also want to check out the offensive rebounds
Yes.
for Rainier Beach. That's something that Lake Oswego is going to have to shore up.
And also, when the second half begins, Jazz Johnson really has to be playing smart. You really cannot pick up 2 quick fouls in the second half. Otherwise, the offensive rhythm, the pace of what we're seeing here, it could be drenched in a heartbeat. Long three missed by Todd for Lake Oswego, and back on the other end. Murray, clear path to the net and lays it in.
And Todd really forced that last shot up, and Lake Oswego right now is struggling to get any offensive output, any type of offensive production at all. They need someone to step up, and here comes
Rodney Hounshaw for Lake Oswego.
He's one of their more athletic players. He can score.
And he also can create his own shot like Jazz Johnson could. Here comes Murray on the rebound, pushing it up. What a crossover dribble. And a better block by Graver.
That's it.
And a steal by Shabazz, and he lays it in.
Careless pass, careless turnover. Rainier Beach and Shabazz is going to make you pay every single time.
And another turnover by Lake Oswego. And Shabazz has his feet set for a long two. It's no good. Rebound defensively by Todd.
If I'm the Vikings right now, instead of throwing up these three-point shots, I'm going to take it inside. I'm going to push the pace. I'm going to attack the rim, either get to the line or finish. And they've done a great job of finishing when they've done that. I don't know why they're settling for these crazy shots and these crazy jumpers and letting Lake Oswego in this game only down by 10.
Hard drive to the hoop, no good inside by the Lakers, but they get another opportunity. Floater up in the lane, good by Parker. I like Parker going in the paint. When the outside shot's not working, you take it inside and hope for a field goal. 32-24 the score. Keith Smith tries to answer back, cannot, and a rebound offensively for Rainier Beach. Smith into trouble, now kicks out for Murray. They swing it. Smith travel with the ball, turnover. Results for Rainier Beach. Lake Oswego with the ball back.
Like I've said a numerous amount of times, Rainier Beach just wants to keep Lake Oswego in this game. If you're Lake Oswego, it is time now. A couple substitutions here. Let's see if they're able to get to the basket and at least draw a foul, get to the line.
Rodney Hounshaw in and Sean Elliott for the Lakers are in off the bench. 1 minute remaining in the first half. 32-24 as the home.
Pick and roll maybe, something.
Vikings leading it over the Lakers.
Their offense is very vanilla. It's more so isolation. One guy creates.
What a quick hook shot by Graver. How about that?
It's a great shot by Brett Graver. I want to see a little bit more teamwork, maybe some pick and pops, pick and rolls, make it a little bit easier.
And
there you go.
Yeah, missed shot by Smith. Rebound for the Lakers. Nathan Hoa for the final shot, likely.
The Vikings are just going for the kill. They're going for those three-point shots, the outside shots. They're letting Lake Oswego in as long as they miss them, and they're missing them.
It's a 6-point game with Jazz Johnson on the bench for Lake Oswego.
They're one triple away from a one-possession game right now. That's how close this is. You blink, someone's going to be tied or down.
Long's jumper no good. Now do it for the first half. As it's 32-26, Lakers trailing by 6 over Rainier Beach. What a first half.
Let's go to our instant replay.
Let's watch some of the highlights indeed of, Rainier Beach is up 6, but they feel like they should be up by more with Jazz Johnson on the bench.
They should be, but they let Lake Oswego in by throwing up crazy shots and triples and missing them relentlessly and giving them opportunities. How many turnovers, how many fouls did they do on the offensive side of the ball? Way too many. You're going to keep this team in. You never know. You let Jazz Johnson, once he comes back in, we've seen that 40-plus night last night. He can do that. He can take over the game single-handedly. And guess what? You're letting them right now just down by 6, 2 possessions. This game, you bring it to the end, it could be over in Lake Oswego's favor. Let's go back to the instant replay.
All right. Up now we have Rainier Beach taking on Lake Oswego, and the Vikings leading it by 6, 32-26 over the Lakers. Sean Phillips and Brad signed with you. And Brad, what do you expect to see change here in this second half?
Well, hopefully for Lake Oswego's sake, that they keep attacking the rim and put some bodies on Rainier Beach and grab the defensive rebound to stop letting the Vikings get second and third chance opportunities. That's what I want to see change for Lake Oswego. And if I'm the Vikings, I keep attacking instead of settling for three-point shots. When you're playing that defense, that press, and you're so successful forcing these turnovers, keep it going, but attack, attack, attack. Get the easy layup, attack in the paint. I don't want to see them settling for jumpers and then turning the ball over themselves, which they've done plenty, and keep Lake Oswego in the game.
And to begin the game, an attack to the hole for Ivy Smith, no foul call, jump ball.
Did you see Chaz Johnson? He was very, very careful. He's going to be very meticulous right now.
Yeah.
He doesn't want number 4, doesn't want number 5, and they're going to need him in both the 3rd and the 4th.
No doubt about that. Possession arrow turns to the favor of Lake Oswego on the jump ball. I'd like you all join us this evening on Portland Sports Beat and on PortlandSportsBeat.com for all of our game streaming. Ball on the ground for Lake Oswego and recovered. What a great save.
Yeah, almost another turnover. Great pass, Oppenheimer.
And Oppenheimer lays it up and in. And it cuts the gap to within 4. And with Jazz Johnson in the lineup, that makes much things better. As a nice drive to the hoop for Smith, not there, and a loose ball foul committed on Gursky.
It's really perplexing how lucky the Lakers have been in the first half and now the first 45 seconds of the 3rd quarter. They've got a lot of breaks and a lot of self-induced and self-inflicted turnovers by the Vikings. Now let's see Lake Oswego take advantage.
32-28. Rainier Beach holding to a 4-point lead.
Rainier Beach really is bumping up the intensity defensively.
And do you mind that? I mean, as long as athletic as they are.
I love it. I love it because they're going to force turnovers. Hopefully they don't get too many fouls. But we've seen both of them called. It depends on how the referees, if they're going to continue their approach by being whistle happy. But these guys have to be more aggressive. You see Oppenheimer could have took a shot. Almost, it got intercepted and then lands it. Another one. And look at this. And Oppenheimer's going to have an easy layup and he missed it. Wow.
Well, that will make a coach cringe, no doubt about that. Johnson, no good. But an offensive rebound connected with Rodney Hochschild.
Wow.
Timeout taken. And look at the head coach, Mike Bethel. He is furious.
That is great. If I'm the coach of Rainier Beach, I'm calling a timeout right now. Mike Bethel, he has to be extremely upset. Second chance points. You had 2 turnovers. You lost them both. You got to grasp the ball. Manipulation of the ball. Hold on to it. I just can't believe I'm so perplexed how lucky Lake Oswego is. So many opportunities. This score, it could be well more than double digits.
And I'm noticing right there for Rainier Beach, Mike Bethel and Keith Smith were going at it in the huddle. It's like, where were you at trying to get into the huddle and finding where your location is, trying to get the ball for the rebound? I think that was, 3 offensive rebounds in that possession for Lake Oswego. They all scored, and it's a 2-point game, 32-30.
Rainier Beach, they had a tough game yesterday. They lost by 2 points. I covered 2 of their games last year, and I've never seen them make this many mental errors in a ball game that I've been a part of. And I looked at the stat line last night, and it wasn't that many turnovers as what we're seeing today.
10 turnovers. Or excuse me, they had 10 steals like yesterday against Central Catholic. They had 14 in all for Rainier Beach, 13 of them for Lake Oswego in their game against Montbird Academy. We resume play Keith Smith to do the inbounding. It's the closest margin Lake Oswego has been in their deficit, fighting it. Jump shot no good by Kevin Porter. Offensive rebound for Rainier Beach, and a foul will be called. Good second effort by Gursky, and he'll earn a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, that's been the narrative from the first half. Rainier Beach attacking the offensive glass, getting them to go, and getting a lot of fouls. I can't say it enough. I can't stress it, but Lake Oswego needs to do a better job of surrounding the defensive boards and putting some bodies on these kids. Don't let them get the rebounds. Get better position.
Gursky misses the first of 2 at the free throw line. Second foul shot up and back iron. Rebound offensively for Rainier Beach. Another offensive rebound for them.
They got another break by 2 missed free throws, and they get another offensive rebound.
Oppenheimer picks up his second foul on that last possession. Porter in the low post to Smith. Fall away jump shot with a hand in his face. Good.
Eventually, these kids from Rainier Beach are not going to miss that many shots. They're going to start putting them down, and then we're going to see this lead just grow exponentially. Lake Oswego has to be very, very careful and make every possession count.
And let's see if they can have Jazz Jazz Johnson come out away from the ball and play the 2. Make him come off the dribble and create his own shot, that too. And he has the ball against Smith. Pulls up, not even close to the rim, might have been blocked. And it's stolen back by Lake Oswego.
About time, Zach Parker.
Able to grab it into Johnson. Driving, fouled, and will go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, they fouled him. But do you see how they surrounded him trying to force a charge?
Yeah.
And Jazz was a little
Trapping
hesitant.
him.
Yeah, he was a little hesitant there, saying, okay, I got to be careful. But they didn't have good enough position. Good job by Johnson to get to the line.
Kevin Porter picks up his second personal. Second team foul for Rainier Beach, and Johnson the line for 2, where he has been almost out of match. He makes the first one there. He went 9 for 10 yesterday to get 44 points, along with 7 3-pointers. Oppenheimer will come out of the game. Second shot is in for Johnson. 34-32, 5:20 to go in this third quarter. Keith Smith will pull up for 2 off the back rim and over the top, and it will be out of bounds to Lake Oswego. Questionable shot selection there, Brad?
Yeah, I'd still just keep attacking the rim if I'm Rainier Beach. If you have the wide open threes on penetration, I don't mind that, but I'm going to keep attacking Lake Oswego, force them to come up with out of position where the Rainier Beach could have open offensive rebounds.
What a move by Johnson,
Good job
eluding
by
to
Johnson.
the lane and missed the shot. Rebound for Keith Smith as he pushes it up. Smith driving to the hoop, no good. Offensive rebound kept alive for Rainier Beach and Porter. He fires for 2, no good. Rebound.
Better shot
Todd.
selection, both shots, but you know what? They got to hit them, and they just have it. Here's Jazz.
And he knocks down a 2-pointer. His foot was on the tape for 2, and it's a 34-34 tie game.
Yeah, if anyone had, it's 34-34 now. Unbelievable how this game is tied.
And Murray comes back with a 3-pointer.
Maybe this will enlighten the Vikings and light a fire on their butts and get them going, because they've been really cold from outside.
Well, considering most of the lineup on the court are taller than the Lake Oswego team. So that's probably why they're also taking a lot of jump shots right to the rack. Good hard strong take by Drew Todd for the Lake Oswego Lakers. And it's to a 1-point game.
That's what I want to see by Drew Todd. Attack the rim, get a good shot, but you're doing it with confidence. Backdoor, missed that one completely.
Yeah, Gursky gets the lay-in from Keith Smith. It's a 3-point lead for Rainier Beach, 39-36.
Lake Oswego has forced them to taking a lot of average and difficult shots. Don't let them get easy ones.
Single covers for Johnson. He pulls up for 2, no good. Rebound, volleyballed up in the air. Claimed by Rainier Beach, a great save by Porter.
It looked like Brett Graver was just sitting there. He had no clue that the ball was even tipped. He should have had that offensive board.
Offensive rebound for Smith on the Murray miss. Fall away jumper for 2, no good. Third opportunity for Rainier Beach. Porter driving into a crowd. And fortunate, Johnson did not pick up his 4th foul. And Porter lays it up and in, 41-36. Stolen away.
Yeah, Rainier Beach looks so much more aggressive.
Smith lays it up and in with the left hand. 43-36. Rainier Beach lead by 7. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Timeout for the Lakers. So, Brad, they're really taking Josh Johnson out of this momentarily. The last couple of times, they really not allowed him to get the ball easily. He's been trapped in the baseline, trapped in the paint. What do you have to say with that?
Well, someone else is going to have to stand up, because there's going to be open shots. In fact, Zach Parker made a nice drive in the first half. It's going to be there. Drew Todd just did one moments ago, a couple minutes ago. There's going to be those opportunities, but these guys got to drive with authority, get the best shot available. You're going to have open shots. Jazz Johnson's going to draw a crowd. That's what he does. He's going to draw 2 defenders, 3 defenders, especially when you look at a stat line and you see 44 points. 44 points by one guy, and your next is Hanschel with 8. Yeah. And Parker had 7. Of course they're going to double and triple team him. These guys got to step up, and they got to understand where they got to be. And I'm looking at Oppenheimer before last time he was in, and Oppenheimer had a wide open lane, and he always defers. He likes to facilitate the basketball. Get more aggressive. Be confident.
Oppenheimer back in on that last replay. Smith going for the layup, and there's a foul to the hoop for Jazz Johnson. As you mentioned, he needs to put it in the paint and look for some foul opportunities, and he's doing that there.
Great job by Jazz Johnson, doing what he does better than most people in the state of Oregon. Getting to the line, usually even finishing on tough shots, drawing some contact, using upper body and finishing.
One more free throw coming up for Johnson as they make the first one. Foul committed on Marquise Gursky for Rainier Beach. That is his second personal in the third team. Johnson 2 for 2 at the line, and back come Rainier Beach. Crossover dribble by Smith. What a beautiful drive.
Oh, Smith used the baseline and just ate Lake Oswego up for breakfast. That was a gorgeous move.
45-38.
That's what I want to see more of that from both teams. Sometimes I watch high school basketball and I see too many times I see these teams settle for jumpers and three-point shots. Let's attack the basket. Be more efficient.
Turnover results for Lake Oswego. Vikings come back the other way. Smith with a stutter step move in the lane to Murray with the acrobatic reverse layup.
That is just beautiful. Murray really was quiet in the second quarter after having a nice first quarter. Very quiet. Let's see if Rainier Beach can get this guy going. Johnson.
Bomber at the table, next dead ball alongside Rufai. Parker has a couple inches on Ivy Smith, and he goes right to the rack.
And that's why I mentioned Zach Parker before, because he's fully capable of doing that, and that was a wonderful finish.
Murray, crossover dribble, goes to the rack and draws the foul.
Wow.
Boy, Murray is so quick.
He has some first step, and when he gets there, it's tough to, even that foul almost didn't corral him. He got the shot off and almost made it. When you foul, you better make sure that they don't get the shot off. That should be the number one that you learn.
Foul committed to Rodney Hunshell. That is his first personal. We're going to the line for 2.
Let's go to this instant replay right. Oh.
And the free throw is there.
Strike that, reverse it.
Multiple substitutions in for Lake Oswego. Drew Todd.
Andrew Meskel. And Sean Elliott.
Sean Elliott back in the lineup for Lake Oswego. Asbury looks for one more at the line to increase the Vikings lead to 9, and he does. 49-40, 150 to play in this third quarter.
You still have Jazz Johnson on the court with all these other guys that aren't the greatest scorers. So look for Jazz to take control. And here he goes.
Right to the rack and draws the foul. And Smith is wincing a little bit, gets back up, no problem. 2 free throws coming for Jazz Johnson.
He's quick. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but boy, he is elusive. You might just look at him and say, he's okay above average. This guy can move. And he's so good at spacing.
And the free throw is home for Johnson. Second foul on Smith. Rainier Beach. 1:40 to go. 49-41. Vikings leading it over the Lakers.
He just finds that open space, that open hole. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's just one of those guys with the high basketball IQ, and that's the drive by Zach Parker.
49-42. Free throws are home. Smith driving to the rack with 2 guys on him and still got it up and in. Tough shot.
Smith is starting to heat up. Murray's starting to heat up, and they're much better shot selection.
Jazz Johnson, Rhythm J not there, and rebound taken by Rainier Beach and Murray as he pushes up the court. What a hard drive, right to the rack, left-handed layup for Ivy Smith.
There it is again. See the shot selection, they're attacking the rim, they have Lake Oswego off balance, and now they're finishing around the hoop. And if not, they've been known in this game for second and third chance opportunities.
Jazz Johnson, fortunate not to get an offensive foul there. Up ahead, 2-on-1 fast break. Murray tries to handle the ball, got it back, and puts it in for 2. 55-42, and a foul on the inbounds on Lake Oswego.
Just like that, you see Lake Oswego starting to fall apart.
That's Jazz Johnson's 4th foul of the game, and just like that, he's going to come out. Zach Parker returns to the court for Johnson.
Down by 13, now Johnson has his 4th. One more, he's hasta la vista.
Yeah, he'll be DQ'd for this one. 39.4 to go. Inbound to Murray, who's got a height advantage in the paint and scores.
These last couple of minutes, somebody heard me because they're attacking. They're getting the the perfect shot selection against Lake Oswego, and the Lakers can't do anything defensively about it.
Into a group hold right there. There's a foul on the perimeter. That's the 15th foul on Rainier Beach. Foul committed to Shadid Shabazz, who's aggressive, picks up his second foul. 24.6 to go. Lake Oswego needs a basket to really at least get a rhythm going. That's a great blocked shot to stop the three-pointer.
Bomber popped it, and he got popped.
Ivy Smith, I think, got credit for that block. Great help.
We're seeing that defense that we saw much of this early second.
Tyler Shabazz back in the lineup for Rainier Beach. Here's Bomber, who had a solid first half. Mescal will hold it up top with 8 seconds to go in this third quarter. Mescal trips, loses the ball, stripped away by Rainier Beach. Up ahead goes Murray. And Murray lays it up and in, and the foul.
Just out of control right now, Lake Oswego offensively, trying to one too many dribbles instead of passing, getting the better shot. They're dribbling, and it costs another turnover. And Rainier Beach is doing exactly what they need to do. They're running in transition. They're getting great opportunities. They're finishing around the basket, and that's why they have a chance for a 18-point lead.
Second foul to Sean Elliott. And Murray rounded out on the free throw. 1 second, ball out of bounds to end of the third quarter. We end 3 here at the Leslie Invitational, 59-42. Rainier Beach asserted their dominance in this one. Fourth quarter coming up. Welcome back to the fourth quarter. Here at the Les Schwab Invitational Tournament, Rainier Beach asserting their dominance in this one. Fourth quarter coming up, 59-42. Sean Phillips alongside Brad Stein here at Liberty High School in Hillsboro, Oregon. Winner of this game will take on Jefferson to determine a fifth place finish tomorrow at 5:30. Three-pointer for Murray to start the fourth quarter. No good. Offensive rebound for Smith. Smith fakes out to Shabazz. A long three-pointer is good.
Yeah, the inside game has opened the outside game for the Vikings.
And Jazz Johnson remains on the bench with the 4 fouls.
Going with some pressure right now. Trying to force more turnovers, and there it is.
Bomber loses it, stripped away. Up ahead goes, and he lays it in with the left hand softly off the glass. 64-42, fourth quarter. 1 minute gone, stolen away by Shabazz. Inside to Murray, who puts it in.
This game's getting out of control. Under 7 minutes to go. It is a 24-point lead. Just like that, it was 4 points, 6 points. Not anymore. The defense is causing a lot of pressure, a lot of turnovers. That time we have a little foul.
On Kahil Shabazz went a little aggressive on the reach. That will be his third foul.
And that's what foul trouble does. That's why I stressed in the beginning of this game to try to get the players in foul trouble. They can't play. Jazz Johnson has been playing meticulously, very careful, very scared because he didn't want to pick up his fourth. He did last quarter, and now he's still sitting on the bench. And without him, the Lake Oswego has no offensive production. It changes the complexity of this game, and that's what we see right now with the 24-point difference.
Remember when Jazz Johnson did score the 44, most of those points came in the fourth quarter in garbage time because Monteverde Academy was ahead big. But this is different than Monteverde Academy. Johnson has been playing physical early, and it cost his team maybe the game. Well, we don't know yet. We still have 6:49 to go in this fourth quarter. Anything can happen. Lake Oswego could go a 25-6 run and still manage to get themselves back in this one.
Anything can happen, but what they need to do is stop turning over the ball, make the right passes, quick decisions, stop being scared, and get a good shot off, because right now they're just turning the ball at will, and Rainier Beach is turning them into points. They're on such a run right now.
Yeah, here's a look on the replays right there. Murray on the finger roll up and in.
They scored 6 points in 6 seconds.
Timeout was issued for Rainier Beach, and I noticed right during that timeout the head coach Mike Betha was so smiling. He was smiling at his at the ref. Like, that wasn't a foul, but Rainier Beach love to play physical on the inside, on the perimeter. There's no doubt on the press. Lake Oswego with the ball. Parker driving and kicking it out for Todd. Todd loses the ball, stripped away by Smith. Numbers favor Rainier Beach. Murray with the left hand finish.
It's just about fundamentals for Lake Oswego, dribbling, passing, and they're not doing it in the second half. Rainier Beach is exposing Lake Oswego for forcing turnovers, and this is a Rainier Beach that I saw last year.
And Keith Smith with the rejection at the rim. Up ahead, and a layup up and in, good by Kevin Porter.
They're running all over Lake Oswego right now, having their will in transition. And look, they keep the pressure on. They're really in the heads of these Lakers.
Another steal,
one.
Up ahead goes Smith, uncontested, he'll slam it down for 2.
Gotta love the passes though. Once they get to steal, they're so good. How everyone, all of the Vikings, they just charge the basket and then great passes.
Shabazz misses the jumper following the steal, and back from Lake Oswego.
And that's all about the athleticism. They run the court so well, they know where each other are gonna be. They take off for the home run.
Another steal for Shabazz, and a traveling violation call, shoved his feet while he was moving with the ball.
And we saw a lot of this in the first half, but the Vikings were self-inflicting their own good plays and turning it back over to Lake Oswego. We haven't seen that anymore. Right now we're going to have a switch. You're going to see Oppenheimer come back in, Gravers in, and of course Jazz Johnson. They have 5 minutes and 33 seconds to rectify this mess that they put themselves into.
Johnson in with the 4 fouls. We've mentioned at the beginning of the show that he can't create his own shot, and the head coach, Mike Betha, for the Vikings, is not happy about that. He wanted to get Jazz Johnson DQ'd for the game with his fifth. Instead, it goes on the defensive end to Ivy Smith, or Keith Smith, rather. Keith Smith picks up his 3rd foul, and Jazz Johnson to go for the 1-and-1 free throw is there. Here's a look at the last foul.
This is not the normal production that Jazz Johnson's used to, but they've done a good job neutralizing him by forcing him to play defense and causing fouls that has kept him on the bench for extended minutes.
Yeah, nice hard to the basket from Murray, and a strip and a steal. Porter try to force it inside. Turnover results. Here comes Jazz Johnson, takes the bump, and a tough shot right over the top of Keith Smith, who had his hands up.
He wanted the contact also. He wanted the +1. Didn't get it. There's a good play.
But he stepped out of bounds, did Brett Raver.
Back in for the Vikings, replacing Khalil Shabazz.
Khalil up to the bench. And Shadid Shabazz into the lineup. Ivy Smith as well. It's a great steal by Lake Oswego, but again, stepped on the sideline. Turnover. Rodney Hunshell tried to keep it in play. Not a bad effort, though, going after the ball.
Not bad at all. Of course, Lake Oswego has nothing to fear. They're still the 2006 state champions. They've won their division several times under head coach Mark Schaff in his 20th season.
Smith pull-up jumper, no good. Murray on the offensive glass and a contact foul in the paint, and that will be on Hunshell. 15 foul on the Lakers, 1 more foul of that, and that will be the last to give. Second foul on Hunshell.
Team foul number 5.
They have a great season to look forward to.
Lob inside. Murray loses it, gathers it back. Smith holding up on the perimeter. Not much movement on both ends. Smith will pull up for three. Yes!
Number 11, Keith Smith. for
Keith
three.
Smith having a ball game today. 75 to 46 to score. Rainier Beach in total command in this one. Oppenheimer.
He never wants to shoot, always looks for the pass.
That's not a bad idea. Murray.
Makes you one-dimensional.
Murray on the lob and two-hand alley-oop connection from Ivy Smith. And that got the Vikings bench rolling as well as the crowd.
Now you see all of Rainier Beach right now is just lighting it up. They're ready. They're just passing, dunks, attacking that rim, and this is the athleticism that the Vikings are capable of. They did it to themselves in the first half, but right now in the fourth quarter and at the end of the third, they have owned Lake Oswego. Plus the foul, a chance for a three-point opportunity.
Rufai picks up the foul. His first and one for Murray is not there. Offensive rebound for Smith.
They've dominated the glass in both halves, and now it's starting to pay dividends for the Vikings.
Here's Ivy Smith on the perimeter against Jazz Johnson. He's got the 4 fouls. Timeout, Rainier Beach. 20-second timeout issued.
That timeout right now by Mike Betha, it's just to make sure that they stay fundamentally sound, that they don't make any mistakes. They don't need to foul Lake Oswego. You want to attempt block shots and steals. You want to get in their face, but you don't want to extend this game any longer than you have to. You don't want to give them, you want to defend the three-point line. You're up by, what, 31 points,
Yeah.
3:55. You're in good hands right now. You just want to be very careful with the ball, move it around, kill the clock, eat it up a little bit, and go home with a victory.
I'll tell you what, that highlight play for Murray on the lob from Smith. We've already known Murray has great athletic ability to go to the hoop in the paint.
Murray's so good. Signed with the University of Washington. That's where he's going to play his college ball. It's going to be exciting to watch him.
Murray crosses over out to Shadid Shabazz. Will step back for a long three-pointer. That get the bench up and rebound to Lake Oswego.
I was just a little shocked that they didn't try to kill a little bit more clock. They have that. There's no shot clock here.
Wow, what a denial by Keith Smith on that one.
That was amazing.
Just got up to rip that out of the air.
This defense, they've really turned it up in the second half on Lake Oswego. And the Lakers are just discombobulated. They don't know what to do.
Well, even now with Jazz Johnson in there, all he's going to try to do now is shoot. He goes right to the rack. Great help defense by Smith, but he may pick up the foul on this one as Johnson will go to the line to shoot too.
He's such a true champion, just a winner. He's the
Yes.
type of guy you want on your team, committed to the University of Portland. And the Portland Vikings, not the Rainier Beach Vikings, but the Portland Vikings are going to have themselves one heck of a player.
A solid ball handler, a good shooter from the outside. He can also hit the mid-range free throw was there for Johnson.
What he lacks in height at 5'10", he has in quickness and basketball IQ. Just a great shooter. Creates his own shot. He does everything.
Third foul on Ivy Smith, 77-48. And here's Ivy Smith going right to the rack. Murray tried to tip that up and in, and handled by Lake Oswego. A bit of press now. Johnson breaks free from it. Johnson against Smith. Johnson will pull up for 2. Off the glass and drew the foul.
Johnson right now is saying, I got to do this myself, no problem. Give me the ball, show me which basket I shoot on, and I'm going to do it. He's just so creative. He's got so many moves. He can go off the glass. He can shoot from the outside, inside, baseline, wing. Just could do it all.
And Johnson converts a three-point play.
Great free throw shooter.
Fourth foul on Ivy Smith. And that's why he's heading back to the bench as Khalil Shabazz in the lineup for Rainier Beach. 2:50 to go in the fourth quarter as Rainier Beach in total command in this one by 26, 77-51.
Yeah.
A beautiful feed
Backdoor.
inside to Smith, who gets it for 2. The assist to Murray.
Just great passes, great looks. They worked it on the low block, and they just found the open man. This is what Rainier Beach is capable of, and we didn't see enough of this in the first half, and now we're starting to see it in the second.
Oh, what a move by Johnson, breaking away from Murray and pull up with the jumper off the glass too strong, and rebound by Rainier Beach. Up ahead for Murray, who takes it up and scores, and a foul. Beautifully done by Murray, taking the bump, the contact, and we'll look for the three-point possibility.
Murray's going to have a nice demo reel after this game. So many to choose from.
That's what we like. That foul right there, he just waited to get up and then absorbed the contact and the foul. That's what we'd like to see from him. The foul connected to Oppenheimer, his third. The free throw, three-point play is good for Murray. 2:20 left, 82-51. And you know Rainier Beach is playing really upset with the way they lost yesterday. Johnson to the rack, beautifully done. Right-hand lay-in.
Split the defense. Johnson again. They can't stop him, but Lake Oswego can't stop this. Potent Rainier Beach now a triple.
The three-point barrage continues for Rainier Beach as Keith Smith knocks in the three. 85-53. Johnson pump fakes, goes up strong, missed the shot, offensive rebound, put back and foul. Nice effort by Brett Graver to get the second effort, and free throws coming. Third foul on Shadid Shabazz.
10th team foul.
10th team foul now for the Vikings, as there will be 2 free throws remainder of the fourth quarter. And the free throw is home for Graver. Coming up following this game will be Wheeler taking on Westland in the part of the semifinal match. Free throws are good, 85-55 to score.
When you see a game like this, you look at the score discrepancy, 85-55. You think Lake Oswego got dominated. The first half, really the first 3, I guess 2.5 quarters, they were in this game. They played great.
Triple team in the paint. Smith wide open for 3, missed it. Rebound Lakers.
And they're just out-dueled by a more athletic, longer team. And Rainier Beach played what they're capable of, their potential. And that's what we're seeing now. And it looks like our cameraman got knocked down a little bit. Let's go to instant replay. Watch Jazz Johnson split the double team, use the glass. Beautiful.
Underhand scoop, layup. The first foul shot is good. And the game is done for Murray and Keith Smith. A great performance for both men. Has one more free throw coming up for Oppenheimer. Foul committed to Shadid Shabazz' 4th foul. The free throw is there. 85-57 with 1:20 to play in the fourth quarter. What a crossover move by Shabazz. Missed the shot, rebound defensively for Todd. Johnson tried to split the double and gets fouled by Gursky. And that will be personal foul number 3 on him, and Johnson to the line to shoot 2.
There's a reason why Rainier Beach won last year. You know, a lot of those guys aren't here anymore. A lot of these guys were. And this team is fantastic. They had a tough loss, 2 points against Central Catholic yesterday. But they were fully capable of winning this tournament.
Free throw up and in for Johnson. And they see on that last play for Johnson going right to the rack and banking that shot off the window. Second free throw up, and he gets prepared to free throw line. 85-59 with 1:08 to play in the fourth quarter. Shabazz swings it right. Crossover dribble inside, and Gursky with a nice finish with the right-hand lay-in. 87-59, 1 minute to go in this final quarter. Jazz Johnson, stunner step, goes right to the rack again and scores. Beautifully done by Johnson with the right hand.
Johnson's having a nice fourth quarter, or let's say a nice last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. Pretty much scoring at will.
Here's a drive by Porter out of bounds to Rainier Beach, 36.3 to go.
But this is what you want if you're head coach Mark Schaff in his 20th season. You want to see your team keep fighting.
No doubt about that. Bolton on the finish. 89-61, ball on the ground, stolen away by Rainier Beach. 22 seconds to go in the game. Wow. What a no-look pass.
The crossover, the no
And he missed the layup. Second effort, no good by Shabazz. Third effort is in.
Wow.
Ball out of bounds to the Lakers, 91-61.
That was Khalil Shabazz. Unbelievable, that play.
Hung alive as well, too. 8 seconds to go for the game. As Johnson will split a double and shoot a long three-pointer off the glass, no good. Rebound put up and missed by
I love how every
Lakers.
shot is contested by Rainier Beach. They don't care that the game is over. It's 91-61. They keep contesting every shot. That's how you play. That's how you win. Love it. Both teams.
So we now know Rainier Beach will be taking on Jefferson tomorrow at 5:30. What a ball game for both teams.
Very impressed with the defensive pressure by the Vikings, forcing so many turnovers and then just turning them into fast break points. Not so much in the second half. A lot of that was self-inflicted, like I mentioned. I'm going to reiterate that right now. But the second half, finally, didn't have those self-inflicted wounds. They